Just got my ticket. I bought it up there. Yeah. I put it in my calendar so I don't
Well, there's the right man. I don't want to leave that out. But this is the right woman and the right man. So I'll see you there. Don't worry. Don't worry about getting there.
I knew you.
Yes, you know I do.
Good morning. I read from the Science of Mind magazine. It's actually from an article written by Mary Davis. It's called Love is the North Star. Let's just take a moment and just take a deep breath in. One more time. And so this morning's talk title is Building a Bridge, something about boundaries. I don't know the full title, but this is what I found in this beautiful magazine. Building a bridge. Building a bridge between our spirit selves and our human selves brings us home to our true selves. In her book, Dying to Be Me, Anita Morjani talks about the lessons she learned from her own near-death experience. She explains that part of our purpose in life is to learn to love ourselves just as we are, imperfections and all. This self-love is at the core of our authenticity, allowing us to accept all parts of ourselves as integral to using our gifts and finding our paths. The key practice here is to take the brilliant North Star, love, the love that's right here inside our souls, and shine those rays on ourselves so we might in turn shine our loving light on others. I discovered a few practices that helped build this bridge and nurture a life of greater self-love and authenticity. Sacred silence, Your quiet moments are an invitation to spirit and a window into your true nature. Spiritual reading, meditation, prayer, and a walk in nature weave your higher guidance into daily life. Journal prompts. What brings me joy? What inspires and amazes me? What do I really need today? Who am I when I'm not worried or overwhelmed? In what aspects of my life am I not being completely myself? What is my highest vision saying to me now? Mindfulness. Slow down and observe life more deeply. Use this moment to relax your habitual thoughts. Practice compassion for yourself as much as you practice compassion for others. Relentless self-love. Embrace your perceived imperfections. Don't judge the way you grow and change. Release the negative self-talk. What you consider to be your weakness may be part of your greatest wisdom and the path to your purpose. And inner wisdom. Remember that there is no competition, ever. You're the only one with your gifts. Know that you are a sacred being here with the rest of us to share your love. You honor all other beings by becoming fully yourself. Let's just sit with that just for 1 minute. Let's remember those tools this week, knowing that we can use them to lean into being a bridge of more love and sharing more light. Namaste.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Reverend, that was so beautiful.
How is everybody?
I'm good too, now that you're here. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and true and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I surrender to my greatest, highest good. I release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am grateful every moment, every day. And I am kinder every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day. What a beautiful song. I'm going to remember those words all week. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart, and I will always. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are my family. You are the face of God. Yes.
I'm just going to ask you to just gently lower or close your eyes as I offer my prayer this morning. And let my words be your words as I speak in the first person. I know that there is only one presence, one creative source, one infinite presence of love and light and life. And because I know that there is only one hour, I know that I am one with this power, with this light, with this joy, with this love. I am eternal, just as God is eternal. And because I know that this is true, I know that everyone that can hear the sound of my voice is also full of light and love and joy and is eternal. Infinite good and more good is mine, always. And today, I am expressing all the joy and love in my heart. No matter what comes my way, I know that I can see beauty and joy and understanding for it and in it. I will spread joy. I see joy. I am joy. I express joy so that it warms hearts and puts light in eyes. Because it's coming through my eyes into the eyes of everyone that I meet. It cannot be stopped. And I am a bridge. I am a bridge over troubled water when I use this thought and this knowingness in my heart. I am so grateful to know that I can use this all the time, anytime. And I just know that it's spreading out throughout this universe and that everyone is catching it right here and right now. And I am just so grateful to know that this is my truth. Nothing can stop it. am also very grateful for this teaching, for this whole idea that the science of mind teaches, that I can move from my mind into my heart, and that's where everything lives and breathes and moves and makes a difference. And I am so grateful for the ministers, Reverend Stacy, Reverend Cheryl, and Reverend Wanda. And I know that Reverend Wanda is giving a talk today that will just touch every heart and blow every mind. And I see it, feel it, know it, and it gives me great joy to sing. And the music, Patty and Dave, oh my goodness, the music just, it fills me with just more joy. I wish there was another word for joy that could make it even more. I can't find it right now, but it's there. And I'm just so grateful for Yvonne and for Caden and for Julius and for all the volunteers, and certainly for our ministry of prayer, which I use all the time. And I encourage everyone to use our ministry of prayer whenever it is needed, because it is so needed. And I'm just grateful for everything that transpires today in this service and outside of this service and in every way. And so I now know that I can release my word into this creative working of the law, the universal law that is perfect and complete and always says yes. And so we can say together, and so it is.
Love that, Kitty. Thank you. It's beautiful. I love that part about me, too. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Kitty, very much. You know what? We're incredibly grateful for you. All kidding aside. All kidding aside. Okay, all kidding aside. I'm so grateful for you. You know, he's super grateful for me. I don't, right? Woo, come on now. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Isn't it? Yep. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Woo! I accept things the way they are. I accept things the way they are not. Something wonderful, woo, is happening to me right now. Woo! I love wastefully. I give freely. I'll give abundantly. Oh, I already have everything I need. Something wonderful, woo, is happening to me right now. Yeah, it is. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Yeah, yeah. I accept things the way they are. I accept things the way they are not. Something wonderful, come on, is happening to me right now. Don't you feel it? I love wastefully. I give freely. I will reap abundantly. Oh, I already have everything I need. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. You ready to take it out, Jake? I know it's in my mind, yeah. I feel it in this body, and so it is. And so it is. So it is. And so it is. So it is. Sing with me. And so it is.
Many powers of yes, 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 yes. While you're standing, if it's comfortable for you, please say with me, God bless America and the rest of the world. All right, you know, let's be seated because Stacy has something to show.
Yeah, this week, I'm not sure of the date, but Ramadan begins. So we have a little video to show you. You know, we celebrate all paths.
This is the first food 14-year-old Ali and his family have had all day.
they haven't had anything to eat or drink since sunrise this morning. It's because they're celebrating a special time of year in their religion called Ramadan. Ali is a Muslim, which means he follows the religion of Islam. During the month of Ramadan, most Muslim people do something called fasting. That means they don't eat or drink anything between sunrise and sunset for a whole month. They can't even drink water through the day. It's pretty tough, but for people like Ali, it's a really important part of his religion.
It's just to feel how the poor people feel. You know, they don't get to have a lot of water and food, so that's mostly what it's about. It's a test, yeah.
Just like other religions, Islamic people have certain times of the year to celebrate their faith, and Ramadan is one of them. During that month, they spend more time thinking about their religion, kind of like Christmas or Easter for Christians, or Rosh Hashanah for Jewish people. During Ramadan, Muslim people learn more about the Islamic religion by reading from their religious book, which is called the Quran. And the fasting is to help them focus on that. Each year, Ramadan starts on a slightly different date, because the name Ramadan is actually the name of a month in the Islamic calendar. And that calendar is a little bit different because it's based on the cycles of the moon. Although many Muslims don't eat or drink through the day during Ramadan, they do have some extra big meals before dawn and after sunset. Because having no food or water at all for a whole month would be impossible. But even with these big meals, Ali says Ramadan can still be pretty hard.
It's a little bit hard, especially if you have, like sometimes we have football games, yeah, we still play, but yeah, we don't drink water.
And he and his cousins say going to school can be tricky too.
Usually my friends come with these amazing lunches from like different places, and then I'm like in the classroom and they're all eating their lunch in recess, and I'm like, you know, waiting for the bell to go and stuff, so that's probably the hardest part.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard. I get hungry really easily, so.
I haven't told anyone about it because I moved to this new school and I haven't fasted there yet. Tomorrow will be my first day fasting at my new school.
Around the world, there are more than 1.6 billion Muslim people. That's almost 1/4 of the world's population. But not all of them fast during Ramadan. People who are pregnant, elderly, or people who are sick often don't. And kids only start doing it after they've reached puberty. But some do practice fasting before then, often just for a few days. Ali has been fasting for Ramadan since he was 10, and he says it's a bit easier this time.
It was really hard back then. You get more used to it.
And although it's a tough month, these guys love learning about their religion. And it doesn't hurt that there's a big party called Eid when the month wraps up.
At the end we get this big celebration, we go to the mosque and do like our morning prayer and stuff like that. And it's like really fun to meet up with family and stuff.
Well, there's a lot of food, we're allowed to eat, yeah, so, and there's rides and it's a lot of fun.
Ramadan can be a real challenge, but these guys wouldn't have it any other way. Wraps up.
At the end we get this big celebration, we go to the mosque and do like our morning prayer and stuff like that. And it's like really fun to meet up with family and stuff.
Well, there's a lot of food, we're allowed to eat, yeah, so, and there's rides and it's a lot of fun.
Ramadan can be a real challenge, but these guys wouldn't have it any other way.
Awesome. Dedication.
So, see, we just asked you to meditate and watch your thoughts. You could be fasting, or you know. Yeah. So anyway, for those of you who remember, a few years back we went to the mosque, which was built by women. It's the only mosque that's built by women, which is right around the corner here, and participated with some of the Ramadan festivities. So we celebrate all. We really do mean it when we say we welcome all past.
Yeah, thank you. Who's here for the first time? Anyone? Hi. Oh, hi. I love your smile. How'd you hear about us? Okay. Okay, well, welcome. What's your name? Rose. Rose? Well, everybody's glad you're here, I'm sure. Okay. All right, Rose.
Nice,
All right,
nice.
thank you for being here, Rose. Awesome. All right, I just have a gift for you. Anyone else here for the first time? Or I see someone I haven't seen in a while. Hi. today. You know that I'm Reverend Cheryl. Yes. That's Reverend Stacy. Patty and Dave are here, and we're going to celebrate today. Not Ramadan, it doesn't start till later this week, but we're going to celebrate just life. All right. That's right. Thank you for being here.
We do have a special birthday. You guys remember Gail's mom's birthday? I want to call her Esther. Yep.
Because that's her name.
Because that might be her name. Esther, can I sing a quick happy birthday for you? Can we all sing it? Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, our dear Esther. We love you. Happy birthday to you. And I'll sing for you more on Wednesday. Yes.
Tell them how old she is.
I don't feel it's my. She might be
Go
9.
ahead and
Is she? Is it a 9 and a 0?
No, it's a 10 and a 0.
It's a 1 and a 0 0.
Yes.
A century. Are you kidding me? I didn't even want to say 80 because you look so gorgeous. 100 years on this beautiful earth. Thank you for blessing us all these years, Esther. Thank you, dear. Well, I just can't believe that. I think it's really 90. Or 80. There's no way it's 100. Wow, no way. Gorgeous thing. She's got just a little bit of makeup, and you're just so beautiful when you spoke to me this morning. I can't wait to sing for you guys on Wednesday. Thank you for singing with me for Esther, and was thinking of an appropriate song for today's talk, and I do love this song by Jason Mraz. When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the sunrise or a beautiful sunrise. There's so much to hold, and just like them old stars, I see we've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? It's young. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love, still looking up when you're needing your space to do some navigating. I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn. Some even fall to the earth. We've got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. No, I won't. I don't wanna be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay to make the difference that I can make. Oh yes, a difference that people like to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. Yes, we do. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we did We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without the world caving in. I had to learn what I got and what I'm not and who I am. 'Cause I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. God knows we're worth it. Stop looking up, and I won't give up on us, even if the skies they get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. Yes, I am. 'Cause I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. I'm still looking up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, dear.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Happy birthday. For 100, I think you could do a little better than that. Well, it's good to be here this morning, and I'm going to be talking about living out loud, which is, this is our focus, this is our global theme for the year, living out loud, not hiding our light under a bushel. You know, that was in, I didn't know what a bushel was, but I looked it up because it was in Matthew 5:15. And then we've been looking at this month of March, my birthday month, cultivating our authenticity. And Reverend Cheryl gave us a real-time example of what authenticity might look like last week, didn't she? Yeah, thanks for doing that. It made it easier for me. I don't have to explain it because you showed it. You showed it. And today, I've been asked to speak on the topic of boundaries and the idea that boundaries build bridges. So let's think about that a little bit. Physical boundaries can act as a wall or a gate. When we communicate our boundaries, instead of a wall, a physical wall, we are creating. We're always creating or co-creating. But in this sense, we're creating a clear path for others to connect with us. For others to connect with us. Boundaries can build bridges of authenticity that Reverend Cheryl talked about last week. To us, authenticity with oneself in relationship to others. That is authentic. And coming from that authentic place, you're genuine, you're trustworthy. You're worthy of somebody else's trust when you're authentic, when you're honest. Now, you have to pick your time and place and people. I do need to say that. Because just like you're seeking somebody trustworthy, you need to be trustworthy too. Wouldn't you think that that's fair? That's fair. So authenticity is about presence, living in the moment with conviction and confidence, and staying true to yourself. True to yourself. don't raise your hand, have perhaps violated that rule because you wanted to get something out there that you thought you needed? Some job, some man, I don't know, whatever it was that you thought you had to have, and you couldn't be yourself. That's not authenticity. I believe that when you, in the law of attraction, and when you're being yourself, like attracts like, and you're trustworthy, then you're attracting trustworthy people to you. Is that correct? Would that be who you really like? Yes. That's what I think. Now, Peggy Bassett talked about, when we think of the topic of your real self, she talked about, she would say this, beyond that looking good act. Have you heard her talk like that? Peggy Bassett in Huntington Beach Church of Religious Science years ago used to talk about that. That's the opposite of what we're thinking about when we think about authenticity. So what's more, keeping it real, open, honest, and authentic. Now, the Virtues Project had a lot to say about spirit and who we really are in spirit and in truth. Where do the virtues come from? I'm going to show you this book. This very old book. I think I've had it since Juju went to first grade. But that was one of the things that I learned, that the children live with you. So you teach what you know, right? You can't teach what you don't know. And these virtues are considered to be gifts of spirit. Here's some examples of virtues and where the Virtues Project got the idea. In the New Testament, Galatians, can I drop it? Oh, thanks. Isn't he sweet? After I had surgery and I was disabled, and he was a young boy, he would drive his grandmother to church. And then he'd say, do you need to get the mail? Is there anything else you need that I can do for you? A lot of people would just let that grandma off at the corner. I'll see you later. I know, you know too. But that really wasn't Juju. And so I started teaching him and the children about the virtues. So the two oldest boys know more about that than many people, because that's what I was learning and what I was doing at the time. So here's the gifts of spirit, here are the virtues, and here is where the Virtues Project got the idea. Galatians. Virtues are, I'm saying that part, Galatians doesn't say that, but it says fruits of spirit. Fruits of spirit, love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. Those are all virtues. A child that was learning about the Virtues Project said, the virtues are what's good about us. What's good about us. So all of us have that same capacity. We all have the virtues. Now, do we all use it in a constructive, loving, kind, peaceful way to advance the plight of society? Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes, maybe not. But that's where it came from. That's really my point. My point is, you already got it. You already have it. And so you get a choice for how you use it. St. Paul's first letter to the Corinthians said, now there are a diversity of gifts, but the same Spirit. It's just another way of saying the same thing. You have all these gifts. And I imagine that all those words I mentioned, you already knew what they are. Isn't that right? You didn't hear something you didn't know. But what I want you to also know
is you aren't hearing something that just somebody else does. You too. It's in every one of us. It is our birthright, and that's how we came here now. There's a difference in administration. And they're not talking about corporate ladder here. They're talking about how we demonstrate, how we use our spiritual gifts. But there's one law, one Lord. Here's some other gifts. See the ones that you can identify with, but don't raise your hand, just think inwardly. Wisdom, knowledge, faith, prophecy, discernment. Those are our virtues. That's what's good about us. And we already have them. And we already know how to use them. Now, the Virtues Project has 5 strategies. I'm just going to go over them quickly because the one I'm focusing on, I've been asked to focus on this morning, is set clear boundaries. But here's a few others. Speak the language of virtues. It feels like magic words, but it's just about us. It's just that place where deep calls to deep and deep answers. And it's always yes. Deep always answers yes. Recognize teachable moments, according to the Virtues Project. Those are moments and times when a virtue is needed. And you can call that forth. When I was in Bermuda, we were working for the government, and the government there asked the Virtues Project to please come because they were so worried about their youth. What was the youth doing? Oh, they were drinking, they weren't going to church, they were doing all these other kind of things, and the government was really worried about what was happening. And so they asked the Virtues Project to come over and train adults. And I remember going through it, and we had more time because we had a week. That's what we were there for. But one of the things that moved me so much was when one of the women, and I think she was an educator, at the end of the week shared what had happened with her daughter since she had been studying the Virtues Project. The mother studied, not the daughter. But the mother went to tell her everything that she had learned. And the little girl who had suicidal tendencies, when she saw that long list of gifts, the virtues, and her mother says, you have all these things within you. And she coined the phrase, you mean all I have to do is call them up? And it was enough for her to avert a suicide attempt, actually. To me, it was amazing. And no matter how often I do that and work with people and train, it's so amazing what I learn. So we're going to talk mostly about setting clear boundaries because that's my topic. But honor the Spirit. There's so many ways to honor the Spirit. And the art of spiritual companioning, which is definitely an art that we won't be getting to today. Boundaries. Clear boundaries. Why? Boundaries keep us safe. Whether it's a physical boundary, intellectual boundary, spiritual boundary, we need to know where we fit in. We need to know what we're supposed to be doing. We need to know consequences, maybe even of not doing that. It just depends on what kind of situation you're in. So I say, from the bedroom to the boardroom to the classroom to the living room, boundaries keep us safe. And the premise here on the subject of boundaries is that the parent is the authority. Would you agree? Or you think the children are the authority? Okay. Even the children that think they're the authority. They're an authority maybe about how they feel, but not necessarily how the whole household and family run. That's my view. Now, the Birch's research showed that in North America, there seems to be more confusion about parental authority than any other part of parenting. And they said it seems that parents have fears. Any parent ever have any fears? I'll just say me. You probably don't. Me, yes. But the fear of not getting it right is one. Or maybe even the fear of damaging a child. Because we don't know who our children really are. They came equipped with virtues. You don't have to put them in them. Like cereal for breakfast is to bring it out of them. And it's the fastest thing I've ever seen. Fastest thing I've ever seen. So here we have, there's 4 ways, and the motto is about education. Now here's 4 things that people typically do. Some can be really permissive. Don't raise your hand now if I hit one of your things. Some can be really permissive. However, that can be a form of neglect, actually. Some tend to be dominant, very dominant, which can be, in its extreme, oppressive. Yeah, I see some heads nodding. Some can be democratic. That sounds like that ought to be fun. Maybe it is when the boy is 23. But how about 3? See? And the democratic idea is that we're going to debate it. We have difference of opinion. We can have conflict and power struggles. Is that what you really need in your classroom? No, I doubt it. But I mean, if you need to go right ahead and have it, but I won't be joining you in that. Struggles, conflict, power struggles over who's doing the dishes. Okay, we can get there. We can really get there. Some call that the thick of thin things. Or the 4th one is sliding, which switches back and forth, back and forth. It's sort of a laissez-faire kind of idea. Now, what their research showed that most parents do is they tend to do either the same thing they think was done to them, or with them, or for them, however you want to say that, or totally the opposite direction. Totally the opposite direction. But the Virtues Project and these tools help us move beyond those 2 choices. Help us lead our families and talk with our families in a way that empowers them and helps develop the spiritual nature that they already have. And it works pretty good for you, too. Pretty well for you. All right, so one of the things that they do is they set boundaries. Now you can have ground rules, but not a whole textbook of ground rules. Everything under the sun, that doesn't support what we're trying to do here. The suggestion is be moderate. Maybe you have 5 to 6 priorities. Maybe you have 3. Maybe it's about cleanliness, which is a virtue. So they recommend that you have some core core virtues that's important for your family, that you need to be specific and you need to be positive, affirmative. So you have things like peacefulness, cleanliness. Now, cleanliness can have a lot to do with who cleans the kitchen and does the dishes. Is it correct? So these are common things. But when you you talk about it in advance, not when you walk into a mess, but you talk about it in advance. And you talk about the virtue of cleanliness, or being respectful of other members of the family, including yourself. Consider it. So you want to establish relevant consequences to when those things are not done the way the family in advance had agreed. When that happens, because it does, people are human, stuff happens. You have a bad day, you slip up, whatever. You got a better offer on, I don't know, TikTok or something, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. But you use that for education, not punishment. That's the idea. It's called restorative justice. So you want to be consistent, because when you're consistent, whoever the leader is, the parent, the teacher, you're trustworthy. People can trust you. You're authentic. You're acting, but you're not reactionary. That's the difference. That's the difference. So communicate rules. Now, you want to do that clearly and in advance. Some do charge, some do all kinds of things. But you set the family and the interactions of the team, it could be anybody, to win. Because most people do want to be their authentic selves. Most people don't say, I want to go have a bad day at work and then come home and fight with my family over who didn't take out the trash. See, when you think about that, those things are so avoidable when you plan ahead or when you use some kind of tools. But when you're tired, you're stressed, you did have a bad day or what, then maybe that's not the time. Maybe you need to take a break. Get some time off and come back. But when you set up how our family runs, how we communicate, what our priorities are in advance, you're so much farther ahead. So we want to be flexible and revise ground rules over time, boundaries over time. But not like every day, like a flip-flop. That's not what I'm saying. Because for you to be authentic and for you to be trustworthy, you need to set things up and then do what you say. That's what that's about. Authentic. Now let me see. What Ernest Holmes had to say about life. Just short, not the whole book. Divine spirit. Oh, and this is this thing called life. The divine spirit is not a mythical, abstract being living somewhere above the earth. God is a divine presence revealing himself to everyone who believes. Where God is recognized, there is life. Where the presence of God is realized, there is action. Where the goodness of God is acknowledged, there is peace. So we can follow the virtues, we can follow a plan, but we can have some flexibility within those boundaries. We really can. And still be authentic, and still be trustworthy, etc. So let's say there's story time before bedtime with a child. Okay, so how would you negotiate within that boundary? You'd say, would you like for us to read the story the same story we read last night, or would you like a different story? See, there's flexibility. There's room to be involved, but you're still doing story time. See, that's what I'm talking about. We can count on you for story time. Now, and then you give me some options to say, yeah, let's read this one again, or let's read that one. So you have flexibility there. It doesn't, I don't make it sound rigid, because it's not. But it's orderly. And you and the child, or children, know what to expect. You're gonna brush your teeth, you're gonna say prayers, we're gonna read a book. Which one do you want? See? And I mean, if you have more than one. All right. He also says, Ernest Holmes, there really is a great physician who can heal the diseases of the world. The power of the Spirit of God is within everyone. Everyone. Now, they may have forgotten, or maybe they've been felt down so long, down looked like up to those people. You don't know what the background is or what trouble they've seen or caused. But that doesn't change their spiritual nature because they don't remember. And it can be as simple as what that mother did in Bermuda with her daughter. She just introduced the words, no definition, and experienced a shift. The child was depressed. And she had had trouble in the past with suicide attempts. But when her mother said, these are things that you have right here and right now, this is what's good about you, would that get your attention? It got hers. And it made a difference in a way that the mom told me all about it. The power of the Spirit of God is within everyone, but it must be consciously drawn upon. It doesn't really send you a text. But if it does, I'd like to hear about it when we get a chance to talk. Thank you so much for sharing this time and being your authentic self. God bless you. Thank you for blessing me.
That was a great talk, Raph.
And what a beautiful grandson you have.
What a sweetheart.
But
You helped make that. You helped raise that.
what a beautiful guy. Thanks.
You get what you give. If you raise them right, have a beautiful song that kind of goes perfectly with your talk. It's by the Judds, and it's called Love Can Build a Bridge. No shoes upon my feet. Oh yeah, yeah. This is what we do. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can
that love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. First step is to realize that all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge, yes it can, between your heart and mine. That's all it takes. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Do anything, anything. Keep believing in the power. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Oh, sing with me, yeah. Love can build a bridge. Oh, love, only love between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Love and only love. Love can build a bridge. Only love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask our ushers to please come forward. It's our time of giving, receiving, and loving, and building bridges, and all the good stuff. Please come forward. And if you would place your gift in your hand and repeat the affirmation on the screen with us. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And what I know about this gift is that it is a blessing. It is not only a blessing to Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, it blesses the giver. That is the gift. That's just how it works. I'm just so grateful for each and every gift and each and every time, knowing that it continues to allow us to build those bridges, allows us to serve each other and our community. And I am forever grateful. And so it is.
So it is.
I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. It's simple. I love this teaching. I do believe that I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine. Yes, it is.
Okay, the announcements are that this coming Saturday, we have our annual meeting right here. You can come and have breakfast at 10:30, a light breakfast, I was told. And then at 11 o'clock will be the meeting. So if you're not a member, just let us know so you can be a part of this, because you can be a member anywhere and still be a member here. And it's going to be on Zoom for those people that cannot come in person. Let's see here. Okay, we also have our lilies. If you'd like to buy a lily in honor or in memory of a loved one or for yourself or anything to help us decorate this sanctuary, the lilies are just $12, and you can buy them right in the gift store. The Healing Words Book Club will be meeting March 29th at 4 p.m. reading Wild Mercy, Living the Fierce and Tender Wisdom of the Women Mystics by Mirabai Star. Am I saying that right? Mirabai Star. We also have our practitioner midweek inspiration will be the first Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Zoom, and it will be our wonderful Daisy Spikes is going to be doing our Wednesday night, and it's just from 6 to 6:45 on Zoom. If you need to know more about that, just get on the website and check it out, because it's lots of fun. And not only is Patty Powers going to sing tonight at Tuscany.
I am, thank you.
What time is it?
We're going to be singing. I'm featured on my girlfriend Rita Lim's show, and she's going to feature me from 7 to 10:30. So it's on Sahara, way down the Tuscany. It's great. Thank you so much.
It's not on Sahara.
Sorry, it's not on Sahara. You would be wrong. You would be don't go. It's on Flamingo. It's not that Sahara. It's Flamingo.
I'll be there. I will be there.
She's going to be there.
Because he's driving me.
And she's doing our fundraiser on the 6th of April at 7 p.m. right here. And you can get tickets, I think today. Are they today? Yep. Can we get them today?
I got one. Yes. Nice. Thank you.
Tickets today, and because they're $20 in advance. So we all need to be here on that day, on Thursday, the 6th. And I'd like to ask Julius to come up. He's got an announcement for us. He's got flyers in the grand hallway. He's going to tell you all about his 80th birthday.
Come on!
Woo!
Nice.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Just as Patty said, I'll be celebrating my 80th birthday.
I can't believe it.
Saturday, May the 6th.
Nice.
We're going to have a party here, and you're all invited. Patty's put together a band for me.
Oh, yeah. It's our band.
I'm going to have actually 2 bands. It's going to be a live entertainment. We'll serve soul food. We're going to eat. And there's no gifts. Everything is free. However, there will be opportunities to make donations and spend a little money here. All the proceeds will be going to the church. Okay? So, one word to describe the party will be fun. It's all about having some fun.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have a great time.
All right.
In your honor, Julius. Yes.
The Facebook and YouTube. And I forgot. Yeah, I have a sign-up sheet, so we'd like to have some idea how many people are coming. So the people on YouTube and Facebook, I guess you could call me or text me and let me know if you intend to come. 702-578-3986.
578-3986.
Okay? For the people on TV land or whatever.
Thank you, Julius.
It's going to be a great party.
It's going to be great. We're also still looking for an office volunteer. So if you'd like to just donate a few hours to come in and help in the office, let Reverend Stacy and Reverend Cheryl know, and just let us know in advance when you can come in. We used to do this, and we're doing it again. We're having the Love Supply and freezer full. So for those that are food insecure, or if you know of someone that's food insecure, help yourself to the items in the freezer, in the pantry, in the grand hallway, and also bring in those freezer foods and unperishable things so that we have things ready for people when they come and need them. So we need to do both. And for any prayer support, just send your prayer request to prayer@lasvegascsl.org or text 702-524-7096. And be sure to stop by our bookstore, because we've got wonderful gifts and we've got books that are 60% off on the window and by the register. And everybody have a fabulous and joy-filled day.
Oh, thank you, Kitty. You too. I love you. Have a joyful day. See, that's fun.
I want to, you know, we're still in the season for nonviolence, and today's word is ecology. Yay. Let me see what that means. You practice recycling today by using at least one recycled product or by recycling a product. Waste is stuff we haven't found a purpose for yet. We have a recycling bin out there. I put a sign because people keep putting trash that is not recyclable in it. But that's all good. We're all learning. I would like to ask our Minister of Prayer team to please come forward. Yay. Now these are the people that pray with, for, and for you, even those online. You can send a prayer request to prayers@lasvegascsl.org or just go to our website. We also have 2 prayer boxes. You can leave a prayer request here in the grand hallway and here by the bookstore. All right. I would like to ask Reverend Wanda to give us a closing prayer.
So please relax and go within. And with me, let us recognize that there is only one power, one presence, one love, one life. It is the life, the spiritual life, the spiritual love that I call God. Love by any other name is love. Love so much, loves each and every one of us. That's why we're here. That's how we're here. Spiritual beings having a human experience that is lighter and brighter and more fulfilling because God has given us each other, to which we have said yes. Yes to love, yes to life, yes to service, yes to prayer, yes to study, with a deep unity of purpose and spirit and remembrance that I am. The I am presence is what I've been looking for all my life. And it's within. It's within every one of us. And so from this place of spiritual realization, let it shine in joy, in service, in love. Use those virtues, those are your gifts of spirit that you already have. Each individual already has everything he or she thinks they need to fulfill their divine purpose upon this earth, in this community, in the family. And so from this place of deep spiritual realization, I give thanks with an attitude of gratitude. I'm thankful for each teacher, for each prayer request, for each potluck, for each program, for each song. This is a spiritual community that lives and moves and has its being because we have chosen it as it has chosen us. And so I simply say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I release this prayer treatment to the law. I'm calling it the law of good and plenty. And I release and let God do its thing by means of me. And so it is. Amen.
So it is.
Beautiful. Time to do our peace song.
Oh, let's stand and sing our peace song.
Yes, there is peace on earth. and now it begins with me. Yes, it does. Yes.
Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
I know this in my mind.
I know this in my mind.
I feel it in my body.
I feel it in my body.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you greatly.
Yes, we will. You do that.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, bass. It's pretty clear, I ain't no size 2, but I can shake it like I'm supposed to do. Cause I got that boom boom that all the boys chase. All the right junk and all the right faces. I see the magazines working at Photoshop. Come on, let me take you. Come on, I'll make it stop. You got that beauty, just raise them up. You is perfect, bottom to the top. And my mama, she told me, don't worry about your size. Woo! She said, boys like a little more booty to hold it night. I won't be no stick figure, still look no Bobby doll. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, I'm bringing booty back. Go ahead and tell them skinny back. No, I play. I know you think you're bad, but I'm here to tell you every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top. And my mama, she told me, don't worry about your size. Woo! She says, boys like a little more booty to hold it night. No, I won't be no stick figure sitting up on Bobby doll. Woo! So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move on. 'Cause you know what? Because I know I'm all about